Hey, how's it going? I'm Emmanuel Master Rodriguez. I am the community manager for Team Ninja.
What are you showing new here with Dead or Alive 6?
Here at Gamescom, we're showing Leifang and Hitomi, as well as a new stage called Forbidden Fortune, which has like a huge octopus at the top level, and then it has like treasure at the bottom. It's called Forbidden Fortune because there's a lot of treasure in the bottom. And there's also explosive barrels and stuff like that. A lot of danger zones in general.
So can you talk about some of the fighters you announced here? Like, talk about their movesets and their playstyle.
Yeah, well, Leifang, she's known throughout the franchise, one of the fan favorite. Has a slight redesign. I think a lot of people are liking that. And, she's very hold specific, so she likes to use her counter holds and throws and such. Hitomi, more karate based, more straightforward, but it's very engaging as well. She has new combos. A lot of the characters have a bunch of new combos, so there's something for the old fans and the new fans.
Let's talk about the Forbidden Forest. You said a lot of hazards.
Yes, so the Forbidden Fortune has several different hazards. If you get knocked on the side of the boat, the Kraken will come out and kind of push you and toss you over, giving you an opportunity to follow up, as well as explosive barrels in the top area. So if you get hit on the explosive barrels in the top area, the Kraken will come out, grab you, and toss you down to the lower area of the boat. The Kraken isn't necessary to go to the lower area, but there is a certain area that if you get knocked hard, you'll go down to the bottom part without the Kraken. In the bottom area, there's several boxes and explosives, and if you trigger the explosive, the stage will also change for you. So it'll light up on fire, and there'll be more explosive and more danger, more damage towards your character. On top of that, there will be a hidden area where there's a lot of gold. In that area, there'll be something else that you can also trigger where spears shoot up, and they'll actually close you off in that area for that round. Once the round is over, it'll go down, and then you can explore the area again some more.
So how do these hazards play into the meta and the competitive aspect of the game?
Well, Dead or Alive, I think a lot of people seem to not be aware that it's a very strategic game. Positioning is huge in that game. It's one of its best features. So taking advantage of the barrels, the boat, the Kraken, the treasure area is very important because positioning play huge in 3D fighting games. And with Dead or Alive, it's one of the key components of the game. So knowing where your position is, where the danger zones are, will help you win your matches a lot easier.
So are those optional hazards you can turn off, or are they always on?
At this time, it's something that's always on what's been shown so far. I can't comment as to what may change in the future, but what's going on here at Gamescom it's always on at all times.
Similar to Injustice, you're just going to have to live to deal with the hazards.
Yeah, exactly. But the beauty of it is that it's not like a random hazard, I guess. I don't want to give the perception that it's random.
RNG.
Yeah, exactly. So it's strategic again. I have to emphasize how strategic it is. If you get knocked into a hazard, I can't help but say it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? But it's what makes it really unique and fun.
So what's it like being at Gamescom, seeing people play these characters for the first time?
I think it's really cool. A lot of the players are liking some of the costumes. The color swapping is something that I hear a lot, seeing the different colors for the characters. And of course, the stage is one of the things that I've heard a lot more. Like, oh, look how exaggerated some of these stages are. There's so much movement. There's a lot of explosions and different areas that you have to be aware of. So they like that. I think that's really good. So it's always good to see somebody go into the booth and then leave with a smile.
So specifically for Dead or Alive 6, was the game designed for pad or stick?
It's really a preference thing. I don't know if I can say it's designed for anything specifically. I think most fighting games, to a lot of players that have been playing fighting games for so many years, especially in the arcade era, will probably feel comfortable with an arcade stick. But for some of you guys that just been playing on controllers, you'll feel right at home. I personally feel comfortable on a controller, so I really don't play on the stick. I used to, but I don't anymore.
Oh, this year at EVA, there were a lot of pad players.
Yeah, there's a lot of pad players. So it's nothing wrong with playing on pad, and I think the DOA feels really comfortable. It moves very quickly, so whether you be on pad or on stick, you'll feel comfortable either way.
What is it with the Dead or Alive franchise that's had it withstand the test of time all these years?
I think what is it about the Dead or Alive franchise is the interactiveness of the game, how fun it is, how easy it is to pick up, but how hard it is to master. I think that's one of its key features. Easy to pick up, but hard to master. And of course, the stages, the characters. It's just something that people can always remember. It's like, oh yeah, it's Dead or Alive. Oh, I want to see if this car blows up or something like that. So I think it's always had that very action-packed movie feel. You know what I mean?
You talk about how you guys work with like professional esports players as well. Yourself, you're an ex-esport player too. I mean, anyone over 25 is an ex-esport player at this point. But talk about how you use their feedback to help balance and improve the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So we get feedback from all fans, not just specifically esports players, but all fans in general. We use esports players for like more competitive aspects. You know, what can help improve the competitive aspect of the thing, like the tournament mode that was implemented in DOA 5 last round. So that's stuff like that is very helpful for us to understand. You know, players that take that game to the next level. So we always get information like that, and we try to implement it into the game as best we can.
When does the game come out and what platforms will it be on?
It'll be out on Xbox One, PS4, and Steam for PC early 2019.
Any plans for Nintendo Switch?
Not any plans at this time, so we can't discuss anything.